I always wanted a function generator. So I created one. How? By patching. I patched one up using an attenuator with offset, a sequential switch and a slew limiter. This is an ADSR, and as such it is a function generator. On the scope on the right you are seeing the ADSR working: attack phase, decay, sustain, release. By the way, any envelope is a function generator. Even an LFO is a function generator, however, a special case. They all create functions of some sort, like for example, a sinusoidal of an LFO. Function generators are more than ADSRs and other kinds of envelopes. It is the source of modulation in the rich world of modular. We use it for all sorts of stuff. Hence, a function generator is at the core of modular. An ADSR, for example, is a 4-stage function generator. Each stage can be manipulated individually without affecting the others. Here is a classic. It's the dual arbitrary function generator model 250, a Buchla module. It is a 16-stage function generator. Well, can we compete with this? It is a very complex module and it has a lot of functions, so to speak, on top of being a function generator. Well, let's make an 8-stage function generator, double the one I initially showed you. Here I use an 8-stage function generator to modulate the cutoff on a filter. As you can see, the patch includes a lot of modules, including 2 sequential switches, a simple dual switch on the ornament and crime, 2 attenuators with offset, clock divider, mixer and more. It is not a complex patch, it is very linear, but the number of modules required is too high in my opinion. And as you can see when I patch this on the screen, there's a lot going on. And is this necessary? I remember that when I patched this, I was thinking to myself that this is too much. I got frustrated by all the modules involved, modules that I couldn't use for any other duties because of this. So after having tried this function generator for a while, well, I took a break from all this. I just couldn't stand it. And during this break, it dawned on me. There is a simpler way, a much simpler way. And this is the reason that I claim that most likely you already own a function generator. It's in your rack. Instead of this, you can use this. A pitch sequencer and a slew limiter. You'll see it better if I turn it 90 degrees. If you look at the patch, you can see that I use pitch sequence number 3 on Variegate 4 Plus as a regular pitch sequencer, consisting of 8 steps, red cables. Number 4, however, is my function generator, white cables. Its clock is set to 8 times faster than the master clock, clocking the pitch sequencer. Hence, one cycle of the function generator for each note, which is how a common ADSR should work. Notice that you also have access to end of segment, beginning of segment, end of cycle, and by the way, by segment I mean, for example, the attack phase or the decay phase. So if you use a clock divider set at 8, you will have triggers for each beginning or end of segment. So you can use this to facilitate triggered events of any kind in conjunction with the appropriate segment. While I'm sipping my coffee, can you hear the clicking? It is a consequence of the 8th step not having the same voltage as the first step. So that is easily adjusted. It can also be remedied by more slewing. So, if I can make an ADSR using a pitch sequencer, I can make any function using a pitch sequencer. Almost any, at least. If you add an attenuator with offset, you get negative voltages as well, by polarity. You see, using a pitch sequencer, you are using voltages. And voltages, they come in a series. As long as they come in a series, you have a function going. And this function can modulate anything you have. It was a revelation to me. And I must admit, it is not my idea. I learned it from the Buchla world, but I took it a step further. Steps, you know, the word step is very interesting in this case, but you see that in the Buchla world, you usually or often use a pitch sequencer to modulate whatever you have. I hope these demonstrations have sparked your curiosity and your lust to explore this field. If you liked the video, consider giving it a like because the YouTube algorithms are crushing.